Hey, welcome to Man That's Cooking. In this video, we're going to show you how to make oven roasted marinated rack of lamb. This is excellent for the holidays or any special occasion. So for this recipe, it's very important to get the temperature just right. So we're going to use one of these probes and we're going to cook to temperature, not to time. Alright, so we're going to start by making this marinade using 1 sprig of rosemary, and you want to break that down and put it into a medium mixing bowl. Next, you want to repeat this again with another sprig of rosemary, and put this in a container for later. Next, you want to mince 2 garlic cloves, put them into the mixing bowl, and then 2 garlic cloves, and put that into the container for later. Then go ahead and seal up that container and put it in the refrigerator. So now we're going to add the ingredients to make this marinade, and by the way, these ingredients along with the measurements are in the description of this video. They're also on our website, manthat'scooking.com, and you can also find it at the introduction of this video. And this recipe is for 1 rack of lamb, so if you have 2 or more, you just multiply the ingredients. So now you can use a whisk to whisk this together, but why? If you've got something like this, an immersion blender, this is when the fun begins. So always use a machine while we still can before AI takes over. And of course, unlike a whisk, this is going to break down the garlic and the rosemary into even smaller bits, and that makes it even better in the marinade. Okay, so we have this French rack of lamb, and you see here we've got this silver skin. Now this is optional. You don't have to remove it, but silver skin is quite chewy. And it's also going to block the marinade from getting into the meat. So what you can do, if you want, is to use a sharp boning knife. And you can pull up kind of like a corner and start pulling it up while you're shaving it carefully. Now you can see, man, here's not a perfect butcher here, but still, nonetheless, most of what's coming off is this silver skin with very, very little meat on it. And he's trimming it up to the point where there is a layer of fat. And we want the fat. Fat is good. Fat is flavor. And I know some of you out there are like, why do that? That's a waste of time. And that's fine. You do you. You like to chew, you like to chew. Alright, so this is what we've got after trimming that off. It's not terrible. And the next thing we're going to do is cut a crosshatch pattern by using the same knife. And just lightly slicing through the fat and not into the meat. And this is going to help the marinade penetrate a bit into this area of the meat, and it's also going to help the fat render out a little bit while it's cooking. And it's also a good way to make your family think you might know what you're doing, because it looks fancy. Next, you want to add the marinade to both sides, so pour it on the top first and then get it onto the bottom. And let this refrigerate for at least 4 hours, up to 6 to 8 hours. Don't go beyond that. It's going to be a little bit too much. Alright, so it's been 4 hours with this marinade, and we're going to use a paper towel to wipe off this marinade. And yes, that seems wasteful, but there is a reason to do this. And the reason to do this is to dry the surface so that it has a better chance of browning. And so once you dry off the surface, go ahead and use some large coarse salt like kosher salt, and also use some coarse black pepper as well, and season the sides as well of this. Don't forget the sides. And then you want to apply the garlic and rosemary that you've set aside, and put that on all sides. Now, while you're doing this, you want to preheat your oven. This recipe is going to be low and slow. We're cooking at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. That's going to produce meat that's very tender and it's pink or red all the way to the outer edges. But the outside surface won't be as brown as it could be, and you'll see a lot of unrendered fat on the outside. So you can always add some brownness and render off the fat toward the end of the cook by using the broiler for a few minutes. Or if you'd rather cook hot and fast, you can cook at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. Then drop it to 325 for about 20 minutes. Alright, so this is it. We've got this on a cookie sheet with a cooling rack. That's going to let some air flow underneath this rack of lamb. Alright, so if you like rare, 125 is your target. Go ahead and put the probe as deep into the center as you can, like this. But 125 might be too low, and if it is too low for you, go ahead and bump it up to 130. And there's no shame in that game. Alright, so man's gonna Ronald Reagan this, trust but verify, and use a secondary temperature probe and verify this temperature. If you would like to increase the brownness and the crispness, you can put this in the broiler in your oven on high for about 3 to 5 minutes, and that should do it. So let this rest for 5 minutes so you don't have to cover it, and then go ahead and slice in between the bones, just like this. And this is what we've got at a 130 alarm temperature. And look at this guy. What's with all these internet chefs wearing a black glove like they're cool? Well, that's a cotton liner underneath and a nitrile glove on top, which means you can hold hot stuff. And this is still pretty hot, so makes sense to be able to get hands-on with the food, especially something like this that's a little harder to cut in terms of holding it with a fork, for example. And then you can also use that heat glove to help you make a nice little display, just like this. So typically 3 of these per person is a decent average portion. And you can see here this one rack yielded 3 portions. So keep that in mind when you're shopping for a meal for the holidays, if you're cooking for your family. Some folks may have a bigger appetite, some folks may be on Ozempic. But hey, thanks for watching this video. Click like, click subscribe. Give us some feedback in the comments section if you make this recipe. Thanks for watching.